Kang, Brandon, I'm at the top of the fucking world. I'm coming down soon. You're watching Riverbed Wrestling. Hello, one and all. Welcome to another episode of Riverbed Wrestling. I am your host, Sebastian Bass, with other people who have more succinct names. Kang, how are you doing today?
Doing swell. I'm doing swell. And I do have just one name that I go by.
Exactly. No other name.
I was born with it.
Yeah, your legal name is a mononym. And with us here, starting out the podcast, we ain't waiting until midway through. We got him in for the full show, man. We got Brandon.
Hey guys, BSW Vlogs 2 here. I do have multiple names.
Oh no.
And yeah. What's up? What are we saying today, guys?
Well, I didn't agree to plug your shit, but we are
Can we talk about MMA today?
I don't know about all of that.
UFC 325 last night.
That's pretty good.
Volkanovski had another career-defining, legacy-defining performance.
And that guy's fucking hair fell off.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
That's your wrestling news.
Some guy's hair fell off. Did you not see it?
No, I didn't see that.
Maybe it was in a boxing thing, but some guy got punched so hard, his fucking toupee or some shit came off.
Oh, shit.
Jarrell Miller. That's who it was.
Yeah,
and it came off really
Superimpose it on the screen right now out of your chest.
Yeah.
It came out like a cartoon.
I tried watching UFC last night, but then 5 minutes after the first fight was over, my player stopped working and I got a massive headache. So shit ended up not working out my favor that night, but I'm doing all right now and I'm ready to talk some wrestling. Not a good one. Some injuries here, ton of them this week. This week was particularly brutal for injuries. First one here, Samoa Joe. On AEW commentary, they said that he suffered a non-contact injury and that he'd be out for a bit. Not much is known on how long he's out or what exactly he hurt, but plans have been noted to be changed around in the main event scene in terms of Joe's involvement, and it appears to be the lack thereof at this point. So we'll see where that transpires. And also on AEW, Jake Doyle, in a tag match with Mark Davis facing off against FTR, there was a point where he took a bump onto the apron, fell onto his arm, and distinctly said, it could be audibly heard that he tore his bicep. And it was reported later on that indeed did happen. Now, in terms of bicep injuries, if it's non-surgical, it can be maybe 4 or 5 months. But if it is an actual, serious, he has to have surgery for it, we're looking at 7 to 8 months here. And that's just, a shame for somebody who just got here, situation all around there.
Almost even more so for Davis, who keeps getting hurt, keeps coming back, getting hurt, coming back. Nothing to do. Oh, look, we got a hot tag team for you. Oh, your partner just got hurt. Davis can't catch a break.
Yeah, it's just...
And when I was watching that, I was ready for them. We were watching it together. I was ready for them to win the fucking titles.
Yeah.
I think we're all ready. No one would have batted an eye. Would have been like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I think for a 2-week stretch, there's an argument they were the best tag team on the planet.
Yeah.
A couple weeks back, we did mention on the podcast that Bozilla in a tag match fell on the outside and hurt her leg. As we have gotten to this week, she put out a statement on Instagram letting people know that she did in fact tear her ACL. And that's
her ACL?
Yeah, she tore her ACL.
It's not good for big wrestlers
women, no.
have knee problems.
Big wrestlers.
very bad, especially a wrestler like her in her early 20s. It could change how she works from now on.
Yeah, and not even like the like long-term effects of it, just even on like the short term, it's pretty rough because like she's like last year after joining Stardom, she ended up like just pretty much staking her name as like one of the best out there in that scene. So yeah, it definitely is not.
Yeah, she even had a good AEW. She had some stuff there.
Yeah, she showed up on Forbidden Door. She was on in that four-way match, and she showed up. And
she was over like a rover.
Oh, big time! Like, I mean, like
it's the year of big women.
Whenever she comes back, she has a good enough like support group of people. Like there are tons of comments from like high-ranking wrestlers out there that were wishing her well. So it's at least at the very least, it's been nice to see like the best wishes for her all around. So if there's one silver lining there. As for the injuries go, that seems to be it as of now. We'll keep you updated for any other reported injuries. So hopefully that's it. As for other news, we got to go over to New Japan here for a second because big news came out on January 25th when they announced that Evil was officially leaving. One of their longtime wrestlers. Yeah, one of their longtime wrestlers is leaving New Japan. He had his match where he dropped the Never Open Weight belt to Aaron Wolf at Wrestle Kingdom, and now he's gone. And many are speculating that he's going to WWE, but we shall see what happens there. Fellas, what's your take on Evil? Because I've seen a lot of people say that this is a good thing for New Japan, and others who are vehemently like, "What are you guys talking about?" So,
I think it's a baller move.
I think, yeah, it's a great. I think everybody wins here. Obviously, New Japan is losing their leader of their top heel faction, but I think they're getting a new top heel faction in United Empire. And honestly, for their top heel faction to be led by a guy who obviously couldn't break out of the mid card, I would say that changing it up from Evil is a good choice in the end. And maybe Newman can do something. We'll see what he does. But I like taking the step. And for Evil, yeah, you're a guy that's underappreciated, a guy that at this point may even be underrated because of how much the Western audience hates him. But you can go to WWE and be your charismatic self, do your style, which I think really fits with WWE style. I think Evil can be a fairly successful act over there. At least get to the same point that he is in New Japan and probably make a lot more money.
Do you think we can see him in WWE before WrestleMania as like a big? He's in the Cody slot this year.
I mean,
you think he's in the Cody slot?
I think Shinsuke might be like, I need a match for WrestleMania. I actually think this could happen.
Man, that pre-show is gonna be sick.
Oof. Yeah, it's like is the pre-show match. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if he can swing. Maybe
Andre the Battle Royal.
Have.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Battle Royal. Yes.
But that's on SmackDown, I think. Usually,
I know that's just gonna be his big debut still.
Actually, what if like he's like a Raw after Mania kind of guy? What if we do that?
I can see that. That makes a lot more sense.
I could also very much see him going to NXT, considering he's speaks a foreign language. I know he's got experience in North America. He speaks English, but I could see them trying to, give him one of those Julia Stephanie Vaquer runs in NXT.
Yeah. Let's just say I think I see him at Mania. I can talk more to that later in the future when we see what happens at Mania.
Brandon's got the scoops.
With other New Japan news, Chase Owens announced that he re-signed with them on a 2-year deal. And in Joshi news, on January 28th, Seika Akatsuki won the Sendai Girls Junior title, and get this, after the match, she challenged Chihiro Hashimoto.
Big Hosh.
Yes.
Big Hosh.
And the match is set for February 15th at the Sendai Pit. Boys, I'm excited for this.
We gotta
Very excited.
Can we call ourselves the Hosh Browns as the fans of Hashimoto?
I don't know how well that one goes over, brother.
We're the Hosh Browns.
I don't know.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm the Senka stan, so I can't even. Regardless of how it sounds, I can't even be a Hosh Brown here.
Damn.
Yeah, you got to be what's Senka's fan?
He's got the Senka. I don't know.
I got the Senka sick.
The
Senka 6, my favorite faction.
The Senka sickness. Oh, the Senka 6. Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, obviously, Senka is a rookie. She's gonna lose, but I think seeing her challenge, like her versus Iroha, seeing all these big time matches she's getting, 18 months or less into her career. Oh man, she's gonna be an absolute superstar.
Yeah, and honestly, man, like the past year she's had is absolutely meteoric for like somebody in like her position. Like she's absolutely like, I mean, she's booked for what was it, West Coast Pro around Mania weekend. I
believe so, yeah.
Yeah, same as last year. But yeah, I'm excited for that match wholeheartedly, and we'll get to you on that match whenever it happens. January 29th.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. On January 29th, Steve Macklin, well, boys, he was fired. And it was on screen.
In Feast or Fire?
Yes, sir. In Feast or Fire.
Yes, he did not feast.
Nope. The 4 talents to retrieve briefcases were EY, Trey Miguel, Eddie Edwards, and Steve Macklin. And unfortunately, old Macklin took the short end of the stick there. And as to whether or not he is actually leaving TNA, there have been various reports out there that a couple months back, it was noted that he could be leaving TNA within the next few months. And this would kind of, line
These
up
are
with
those
that.
next few months.
I'd be so mad
Yeah.
if I was in TNA and like you sign a contract and you could just enter this one match or you put it on the line.
I know, right?
I know, it's crazy.
It's scary. I wouldn't trust that. I would never participate in that.
Yeah, but
I know he thought he was gonna have at least a month or 2 left.
Yeah, but well, bro, Brandon, think about this. You have a 25% chance of being fired or a 75% chance to have a title match.
I'd rather earn it.
But Kurt Angle
by
knows
working
he
hard.
can't beat Steve Macklin.
Where would you could see Steve
He
Macklin
didn't even
go?
try. Well,
I haven't watched much Mac.
he's married to Deonna Purrazzo, so there's a strong chance he could end up going to AEW or Ring of Honor.
ROH.
Yeah.
I could see that happening too. I mean, he's one of the better workers that TNA had. Like he fits that AEW mold to a certain extent, more than a lot of people in TNA.
We need you in the.
And in fact, maybe the last one possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Don Callis family, Steve Macklin.
January 31st, we had the Royal Rumble event, and we will get down to, other details about it soon. But fellas, AJ Styles had a match where his career was on the line, and he didn't win that match.
No, he didn't. And what a banger match it was.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I
Oh
mean,
my god.
We'll talk. I can tell you right now. We'll talk about that match in a little bit as well.
We will. But yeah,
but
in terms of the actual details,
retired.
Yeah, in terms of actual details of what he's doing, where he's going, got this information here from PW Insider. Mike Johnson writes, PW Insider is told Styles is not currently slated to appear on this upcoming episode of Monday Night Raw. Styles had recently wrestled former foes Shinsuke and CM Punk for the first time in years while building up to today's retirement match. And that whether Styles wrestles again outside WWE remains to be seen, but he recently trademarked his ring name and logo for future business purposes. Obviously, AEW would bend over backwards to have him when he is contractually free. Boys,
Thank you for that, Mike Johnson. He's a friend of the show, by the way.
I don't know him personally. I wouldn't claim that.
Friend of the show.
Good personal friend of the show.
Okay, well,
Mike Johnson. Thank you for that. That's where we get that's where we get the exclusive scoops from, honestly. Mike Johnson.
Well, don't give him the leads, man. We need to.
He's only for us.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
some more about, like, I'm pretty sure AJ his contract's supposed to be running out this month, February, and Revolution is in March, I believe. And many are expecting if he does eventually, get out of his contract, AEW will be preparing a hefty offer. So much so
Oh my
that
God.
I'm
They
pretty
have
sure
to.
that AJ was certain, okay, I'm retiring in WWE this year. He may even, potentially sign a little bit of a contract extension to make it happen to where he could have a full retirement run. And now, I think there's a good chance that he's decided, yeah, I'm going to take this bag for like half a year and then go work all these dream matches and cement that legacy. I think it's a 50-50 shot right now from what I'm hearing on the rumor mill.
Yeah, I mean, like we were
Just because
talking.
of how much money's being offered.
Yeah, when me and Brandon were sitting down with the Rumble, like we were even saying, like whenever the result of the match transpired, we were like, I wouldn't be surprised either way. But when you look at certain details, the way that I see it, AJ is.
We'll talk about it later too with the match,
wait.
but the glove.
Yeah, like as we're saying, like as AJ did what he did at after the match, and trademarking his logos and stuff, and just the timing of everything, it just seems like it's more likely he goes to AEW. But I wouldn't be surprised either way.
I know a community that would be happy to see you.
Which one?
But, right, AJ, that may be his final match, but we do know a certain Legend's final match, right?
Oh, yes. It was recently announced as we're getting closer to Mania weekend. You have some of the American indie shows to look forward to around the weekend sometimes. Well, they're not going to be same place as Mania this year, but they're still going to hold some events. As was noted, I saw this on Fightful the other day. Jeremy Lambert writes, "The Sandman is coming to Spring Break for his final match."
Yo!
Yes. Joey Janela and Game Changer Wrestling announced that the Sandman will be at Janela Spring Break 10 on April 17th in Las Vegas to compete in his final match. No opponent was announced quite yet. So the question that I have, guys, after succeeding last year in doing so, do you think Joey Janela has what it takes to murder another ECW alum?
Well,
I don't know if he could
answer
be the
your question with a
matchup.
question. Who dies first? Vince McMahon, Joe Biden, or Sandman?
Oh, dude. I think Sandman's living like the world can get nuked and Sandman might just still be here with like a Budweiser.
I think
in
he
his
just plays Fortnite now. He's just gaming.
hand. Yeah, he is a noted Fortnite gamer.
He's like a
He
Fortnite
is.
gamer, bro. So I stand by him, whatever decision he makes, obviously, as a fellow gamer.
We stand with Sandman.
We stand with Sandman. Fucking Joe Biden has literal cancer. Not to get into that, but
As
it's
opposed to
probably
figurative
Joe
cancer.
Biden.
Well, that's Vince McMahon.
Oh. A lethal dose of poison.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, cancer to the industry.
Whoa. Brandon with the hot takes today. Yeah,
I went there.
yeah, Brandon's shooting. Evil's gonna be top bill when he comes in. He's coming in at Mania.
Oh, you will fucking see. You don't even know. I got some
Yeah.
reports.
Everything is devilish.
Oh my god. Well, boys, in terms of matches this week, some of the highlights were mostly within the confines of the pay-per-view known as the Royal Rumble. And boys, we all watched the Rumble, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. I know Brandon did because we were watching together, but with you, King.
That wasn't me.
That
Yeah, it was
wasn't
actually
you?
me in a mask.
Oh.
Yeah. That was Kang in his Brandon mask.
How convincing are those masks?
Oh, they're the best. Top of the line.
Oh,
Yeah, I know a guy.
you know a guy.
Mike Johnson.
Oh, our source.
Oh,
Well, we'll get
Masked
into the
man.
Royal Rumble here. Live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We have the Royal Rumble, which has 4 matches on the card, which, I mean,
On a 4-hour show.
on a 4-hour show. I know the card is usually a little scant for the Royal Rumble shows in terms of match number, but fellas, this is WWE continuing in that direction, and if you know it at this point, you know what you're getting into. But we'll start. we'll start off here with the first match on this card, which was the women's Rumble match. And I tend to like kind of gauge that I have a more positive outlook on this match than not. I wasn't like overwhelmed, like I wasn't like over the moon with it, but I thought the match like went on better as it got along, in my opinion. What did you guys see when you saw the women's Rumble?
That's what I saw. I just saw mid. I saw a match that lacked a lot of action and lacked a lot of surprise, lacked a lot of memory. Basically, just a mid match outside of the finishing stretch, which was pretty good.
Brie Bella was
my point of the women's rumble to determine how mid it was is that the most over wrestler in it was Bryan Danielson.
That was for all the Total Divas fans out there.
Yeah, I'm sure if all the Total Divas fans were chanting yes for the yes kicks because of Brie Bella.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying is if you want to boil it down to one sentence to determine how good that match was, the most over wrestler is retired and it works in a different company and is a man. But not to say it didn't have its merits. I just thought it was all in all pretty mid and mostly a waste of time. Except for a few certain wrestlers.
I wouldn't say that's an unfair statement to say. I mean, like, I haven't seen, like, too much, like, outlook of it, like, one way or another. But I just thought, personally, when I was watching it, I saw, like, Charlotte Flair last a while in there. I thought she was utilized as best as she could.
I thought she wasn't at all. I thought she had her first shit with Alexa Bliss and then didn't do anything for 50 minutes.
That's true. That's true. She could have, like,
they did a lot of shtick at the beginning.
I will say she could have done more in the match, but I still think the booking skeleton of it just made sense in practice to have her go in there and last a while, but not, get to the end. I thought, like, the pacing of it was done well. I don't know about, like, in terms of her actually doing stuff in there. I think there could have been more of her peppered in there besides, like, just a couple plot points. But
they made Kiana James look really good.
It felt like they kind of just had people in there to have them in there for a while sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
arbitrarily tossed people out.
I'll say like the first half of it was very like nothing, but I like the second half of it. I think it got better.
I would argue all 30, as long as the entrants were happening, the match was boring. Once the entrants stopped coming in and it was down to the last half of the people in the match, that's not even a joke. There were 14 people left after entrant 30.
That did have it like work against it to a bit, but like if they just condensed it a bit and had like some of the eliminations happen earlier, so then like there's not 16 people by entrant 30, I think it could have made it from like, a fair ranked match to like maybe something a bit better. Just like if you have Charlotte more involved, if you have more stuff happen before eliminations and not hoard everybody for stuff at the end, I feel like you have a better match here.
Yeah, I feel like it was too long, fucking disjointed because of the sheer amount of people in the ring. And once they started clearing people out and were able to get a focus on what was happening itself in the ring, then it got pretty good, which kind of saved the match from being bad. All in all, though, it was mid, and who I thought was going to win won.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I like the tag team stuff. I like them showing their women's tag team division is getting stronger and stronger. I did enjoy that, but also I would argue showing your tag team division in the singles Royal Rumble match leading to the main event of WrestleMania doesn't necessarily seem like the greatest idea to me. To say, hey, look, our singles division sucks right now. We're working on the tag division.
Asuka and Kairi, they did the spot from last year of Kairi trying to hold on.
Reversed it this time.
I
didn't know Asuka still had that in her.
Hey, nobody's ready for Asuka.
Auntie can do it. Auntie can do it.
I don't know if you should.
I didn't know Asuka could really hold on like that for a while, like and be that flexible, but she can.
Go off, Auntie.
Well, we go from one auntie to another as we head to this next match here. Our favorite auntie, AJ Styles, faces off against Gunther. And in this match, AJ Styles...
Career-threatening match.
Yeah, he has his career on the line. And boys, we touched on it earlier, so it's not like, everybody knows what happens here. But boys, I enjoyed this match quite a bit.
Yeah, this match was really, really good.
And in terms of like the actual match itself, I'll save my words for it in a little bit of a spoiler for our main seg. But in terms of what this meant for the rest of the card, it definitely helped it out quite a bit, I will say. It did what the other matches tried to do in terms of WWE's way of, producing stories, and that, it did it to the best of its ability. Whenever, it was able to tick off some of those boxes that they have to have done, well, at least it did it in the best way possible, barring a few flaws here or there that I will be more specific about later.
Whenever whenever they are able to do their style to their ultimate ability, the matches are usually really good to great.
And the only one who could do it right now is Gunther.
Honestly, it kind of feels that way sometimes, right?
I think for a match to actually transcend in WWE right now and actually be like, wow, what a match, and I'll think about it for more than a day, Gunther has to be involved.
We have the next match here, which is WWE title match. And I think there were some elements that worked. Obviously, Sami Zayn working with the crowd in his favor was definitely, something to, there was a good gravitas around that. But in terms of like the actual, in terms of how the match went, I was just not a fan of, it felt like the reheated nachos of the previous match, and they just tried to, reuse the certain cinema elements that worked better in the previous match and didn't here.
They set him up to fail by having this right after that.
I mean, just another mid match. Nothing particularly wrong with it, like the Women's Rumble. Just kind of a match you can miss. Not much to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, terrible by any means. Definitely the guys in the match were, doing, what they were told to do, and they were doing it to the best of their abilities. But in terms of, how the direction of it went, I just wasn't a fan. And in terms of the general scope of the online space and how they receive the matches throughout the night, they've either been like the Gunther and AJ Styles match, where they were well received, or they were just kind of eh. In terms of the online reception to the Men's Rumble match, it's a bit rockier of a road there, because Roman Reigns won the Rumble, and people got some stuff to say about it.
Yeah,
I wish Mr. Kennedy was there like I thought he would be.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Damn, you were wrong.
Man.
I was hoping you were
Ken
right.
Anderson. Yeah, there's a lot of people have a lot of problems with this match, and I think I have to, because you two also have a decent bit of problems with the match, and I am a person with the dissenting opinion from most people online, in that I like this Rumble, quite a lot. I don't think it was, the end all be all, one of the best Rumbles of all time or anything, but of this decade, outside of that 2020 Rumble, it may be the best men's Rumble. I mean, I found the Oba Femi stuff at the start, the first half of it, with Oba dominating and everything, to be really entertaining. I personally, I don't care about the El Grande Americano stuff. I don't have any sheer hatred towards it based on, outside factors or based on, inside factors of their work itself. I think Chad Gable is a really good wrestler and shouldn't be presented that way. And I think Kaiser also might, not do very well in the future from having to do this. But in a Vortex, I don't really care about that spot, and it got out of the way pretty quick. I like Brock Lesnar as a wrestler still. I still think he's incredibly entertaining. So I don't have any hatred towards him coming in and doing what he did. I do have hatred towards him being eliminated in the middle of a entrance. That
what was that
crazy.
about?
because
Yeah,
he's Brock fucking Lesnar.
didn't
You
even
can build a
notice it when it
superstar
happened.
off of him being eliminated.
Oopsies.
Yeah, it's
Because I was just like sitting there like,
insane.
okay, Yeet Man's coming in. He's coming in. He's coming in. Wait, Brock was eliminated? What the hell?
And especially
that was
because
like
I think
the big fall off for everyone. in the
Especially
match
since
when
he
the brain
just
rot started
eliminated
happening.
Obo right beforehand, too.
yeah,
Is Jey Uso's gimmick he's actually like a brain rot wrestler at this point? Like he was
I think so.
a complete idiot in this match. He wasn't even
Where
trying
are you going?
I don't know what's happening.
He started free roaming.
I thought the mic was on me. I apologize. I had to.
We
I
heard you
removed the
washing your
headset.
hands.
I
I
thought
mean,
the
your
mic
mic's
was from-
good. It's good at picking you up, but
Damn. Okay. Sorry about that.
No,
I forgot about the water part. But
yeah, we're talking about Yeet Man.
he was like a
I also
fucking,
like that as well.
They
This
flanderized
spot.
the super flanderized man. Like he's actually. Why is he like that? He's like. He has like a brain deficiency now.
Like, as a Jey Uso hater, at least as a singles wrestler, I actually really liked him going for the third entrance and then getting his comeuppance immediately. Like that was a great spot to me.
I think
I
the
really
cutoff there
enjoyed
was
that.
fun. I think like the best part of the Rumble was just like, I'm not even like the biggest Roman fan, but him just sunning Jay like half the time and then him just like linking back up was just unintentionally funny. Cause like he just slapped the shit out of him and then they start working again and then he like eliminates him like not even 10 minutes after.
Because I don't know about you guys, but going into this Rumble, I expected the Vision to do a motherfucking Legacy 2009 fucking thing. Not necessarily to have Braun Breaker in the end win, but most of the match to be dominated by the Vision.
Mm-hmm.
And even once all three of them got in the ring and started doing their own shit, they got out quick as hell. Like, I think everything, at least to me, that I'd be like, oh, I'm not going to enjoy this guy coming in, this group doing this, it all kind of just, they did not overstay their welcome at all. And the only real problems I have is the lack of impact on most of the eliminations in the match, which is a huge part of the Rumble, why it can't be a great Rumble. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty fun Rumble.
Yeah, I think like it did work in its favor to not have as much of, the Vision in there because like it would have been a smart decision maybe for like in favor of them to book them like that, but not for the match, not for the quality of the match.
Yeah.
But all in all, like this show,
think-
like it had its like ups and downs generally, but it all considered, it's a one match show.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's
But if you like the Rumbles, I think you probably should like the men's Rumble match, unless you're too focused on your favorite guys being booked bad. Which, if you're too focused on your favorite guys being booked bad, I don't know why you're watching WWE still.
testing 1 2 3. All right, there we are.
Can we all sing Shabbat Shalom?
Shabbat
No, maybe it's not a good
shalom.
time. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Yes. River City Bass is on the APAC list.
Oh no.
But anyways, guys, last week I was going to pull something out. I was going to pull it out. And I was like, hey, wait a second. Check my calendar. A week from now, last week makes much more sense to have it this week. Okay? And basically I was like, guys, we're on the road to WrestleMania now, technically. We had the Royal Rumble. And the road to WrestleMania, honestly, is kind of meaningless now. But do you remember 15 years ago, 20 years ago, being a kid? 30 years ago, how cool and crazy it was? You would speculate on it. You'd be like, which match is this going to be? We don't really care anymore, obviously, because it's like, it's a week-to-week thing now. I remember these videos, right? I don't even need to mean it like that. I don't want to say it like that. Let me bring it in like this. This is a tribute to old videos of speculation about this.
Oh my god.
Whoa,
Evil versus I. Oh my!
Wait a minute!
Wait a minute! No!
What?
Wait! Everything! No!
Yo! Domestic abuse match! Sagrada!
Wait a minute!
The
They can't
Shield!
get Ambrose and they got
The Shield triple threat!
everything is evil.
Oh my god. Now see.
RCW forever.
And it actually
That's
goes
a
on for another
WrestleMania
minute
card.
for some reason. I might have pulled the director's cut. But
we'll link it in the description.
basically, we're on the road to WrestleMania. What are we thinking? Is this going to be like this? I told you guys that Evil was going to be at WrestleMania earlier. I queued this up perfectly by happenstance. They didn't know what
You
this was gonna
I
be.
mean,
did.
he's got a
And
good.
I queued it up. It's my radio broadcasting background, man.
If
you know?
Evil is signed and he's ready by Mania, Brandon has a 50% chance of getting at least one of these right.
Yeah, I think the Shield
Which
triple
one do you
threat's
think?
gonna happen.
Exactly. See, Evil's gonna come out with the Shield vest. He's gonna have a Shield chair. And he's gonna do the baseball, home run gimmick with the Shield chair.
All I'm saying is, if that card did exist exactly as he put it, I think I would be more entertained by WrestleMania than potentially what will be at WrestleMania.
This would be the greatest card of all time. Like, this would be a spectacle.
Evil, by his 5th match, might become the most compelling wrestler you've ever seen.
Dude, Evil getting interference from Evil.
Evilito versus Mascara?
This is final
Mascara?
stage House of Torture-ism right here.
That's just what I think the card would be. Put in the comments below. Who do you think Evil's going to fight?
It's February now, which means that we got to do one thing and one thing only at this moment.
$5 foot long, February any?
Not yet, but maybe after. What we're doing right now is we are going to rank our matches, our favorite highlight matches from this past month, January 2026. And Kang, if you don't mind, why don't you start us off on your number 10?
Okay. So, I guess we haven't really given out ratings that much as of yet. So I guess as a little preface, we are going to be giving ratings for these matches here. And typically, what I would describe as a notable match for me and how I do my ratings, I do a 5-star system. You understand that. And typically, a notable match, a match that I would say, hey, you should go out of your way to see this match, would be 4.25 star and above. Anything that, it kind of transcends being really, really good to like actually great. This month, I can go ahead and tell you, all but one of these matches are 4.25 or above. My 10th match is only at a 4, but also I think it was a really, really good match. I think 4 is also still a really good match. It's just that I like to have that cutoff usually, so that I can tell you that right there, right now, that you know. But number 10 didn't really meet the notable match cutoff, and there's going to be months in which I imagine number 9, 8, and 7 might not either. But that doesn't mean it wasn't the 10th best match this month. And for me, that was Konami versus Rina from Stardom. I forget the name of the show, but Konami versus Rina. We talked to New Year's Stars in Korakuen Hall. They had a really, really entertaining match with Rina impressing as a babyface yet again, and Konami, I think, almost impressing more to me as like, oh, she's taking this white belt run and ran with it. And I think we'll see that Rina is going to be a superstar top draw for Stardom the next few years because of how good she is at 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
4 stars for me.
Yeah, well, I will tell you my placement in a bit here, but I did enjoy that match and it was on my list, not my number 10. My number 10 is Chihiro Hashimoto versus Saya Ida at Sendai Girls Step and Go. Just a quick little blurb here about this match. We'll be succinct about this as we can because we've already talked about some of these on prior episodes. And if you want to see more in-depth reviews, you can listen to those podcasts. You know where to find the channel. And but with this match, simple but effective strength versus strength battle, and the efforts of showing where each lady's arsenal goes to when their instincts fail. It really adds depth to the bout, and it made this grunty, gritty, stiff affair rule even more. Boy howdy, I like this match a lot. And my rating system, by the way, I do it a little differently. I don't know why I went with this, but this is just how I roll. I do it out of 100. This match here is like an 80, which is like, 4-star teetering into 4-star territory. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it would probably be my number 11 if I had to give it 11 out.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, what is your number 10 rule? How many do you have on your list?
I got 10.
You got
Let's
10?
go.
Epic.
Go for it.
All right. What's your number 10, Brandon?
So I was watching Wrestle Kingdom. 20th one. Can you believe it, guys? 20 Wrestle Kingdoms. And I know we talked about it before because it was like the first week or stuff. Mm-hmm. I really liked Aaron Wolf vs. Evil.
Ah.
And that was before this other thing. Just because I love that round man. I love the side he did. And
yeah, you do feel like an Evil super fan now after what we just saw.
I'm saying I'm doing this more for Aaron Wolf than Evil in this case. It's just happenstance. I feel like I'm going through Evil psychosis at the same time.
Oh, that's a different guy.
That would be a great match. Hopefully we can get that before he goes to the Fed.
AAA Worlds Collide.
Evil versus Psychosis. Book it. But yeah, crazy. Good start for Aaron Wolf. Especially, he's the prospect. He's one. It's one of those moments when an athlete comes in from another sport and they're not completely like from a sport where they aren't really suited for wrestling right away. Like he's a prospect.
He's taken to like a duck to water.
Yeah, it's not like when a football player, basketball player comes in.
It's a legendary judoka. He's used to combat sports, and it shows.
Yeah, and you don't see that many times for the first, like them starting nowadays, so it's kind of cool.
Ah, well, we have our number 10 slots done. King, what is your number 9 slot? What is your number 9 match?
My number 9 is a match from early January, first week. There's going to be a lot on here from the first week of January at Wrestle Kingdom week. But not from New Japan. This match is Kaisei Takechi Toi Yuki Ueno versus Kanon, Kazumi Sumi, and Mao. That 6-man tag match that never let up in pace, that lit Karako in a flame, that really showed Kazuma Sumi as a potential big-time player for DDT coming up.
Yeah, I enjoyed that match.
And I gave that
too.
match 4 1/4.
Ah, well, I have to talk about that. I feel like I might have to go 9 and 8 here. I might have to do a little double take here. I'll understand. I got Konami Arena at 9, and then I got that match at number 8. So I feel like we're one step ahead of each other here somehow. Yeah,
This is all work. This is all scripted already. We know what the next word they're gonna say is, guys. I'm the whistleblower. We're AI.
Oh no.
We're all AI.
I'm not Allen Iverson.
We are Charlie Kirk.
RC Dub.
Anywho, number 9 being Konami and Rina. The Charlie Kirk bit messed me up. I'm not gonna lie.
Konima and Ronnie.
Yeah, Konima and Ronnie. Konami and Rina from Stardom New Year's Stars. Konami versus Rina at Stardom New Year's Stars. I gave that an 82 out of 100. 2 little points ahead of the previous match. Match about 2 stablemates in distinct roles battling for control and strategizing their own ways of how to overcome each other. Just a well-made match, and the Cork and Hall was fully behind Rina. She's going to be awesome the next few years. So yeah, that's Konami and Rina. And Brandon, what is your number 9 spot before I get into some smaller details about the tag match?
It's me, Brandon, and my number 9 spot has got to go to the match from Monday Night Raw. The build up to another match, I liked it enough on Raw where I was like, wow, I walked in, I paid attention, and I enjoyed the match. Gunther vs. AJ from January 12th.
Now,
I didn't know they were even going to wrestle again.
I will say this actually is my number 11 because up until a match that happened at the Royal Rumble, it was my number 10. That match was an absolute banger. You're correct.
I couldn't believe I remembered a match from Raw when I was thinking of this, and I was like, holy crap. Everybody wrestles, it's like how they make Netflix movies now. They're making the wrestling to watch with half your phone on and half your Twitter on your screen, and
That's
it was
how Netflix
wow.
operates, yeah.
We
Or
put
some
that down.
Netflix style.
We put the phone down when Uncle AJ and Auntie Gunther on the screen.
Yeah, and they had we didn't really talk about this match, so we can talk about it, and also we'll talk about the other one, the rematch. In that, it was a great match of AJ going for a clear game plan, targeting that leg, targeting that calf to get that submission. And in the end, of course, it pays off. He gets Gunther to tap, but the ref doesn't see it, and Gunther somehow parlays that into one of the best, most inventive heel ways of winning that we've seen in the last few years.
He's such a shithead. He's perfect. I think he's the best heel in wrestling right now. As a worker
he's
alone,
definitely their strongest wrestler by far.
I can't think of a heel in any other company where I could say this because I am a Gunther fan through and through, not really a fan of anything else. But anytime I see him, it's like must watch.
Yeah, there's a gravitas around him for sure, and it keeps growing with this recent run. Sure, Goldberg match can, give or take, but I mean, the John Cena match last year was great. The 2 AJ matches were great. I mean, also not to mention for AJ too, he had a great match with Shinsuke at Saturday Night's Main Event, and I watched that this morning.
Yeah, is that yours next? Is that it?
No, it is. That one's not on the list, but it is worth a shout out.
Okay.
Yeah. But
feeling it might be on somebody else's list.
Ooh, well, let's see what's next for number 8 for Kang.
Well, you want to go ahead and do yours because you had the DDT 6-man? Yeah,
I enjoy this match quite a lot. Beautifully chaotic, youthful spot fest that I cannot take my eyes off of. This is just... I saw somebody refer to it as a Dragon Gate killed match for DDT, and I was just like, yeah, that rings true. Just a near parade showcase of unhinged talent, and good lord, it was sometimes funny, sometimes physical, but always action packed. And good god, Sumi, absolute demon. He played the ragdoll role well, and was just, his offense was crisp and clean, and good lord, he was good in this match. He was my MVP, and I gave that match in 83.
That's pretty fair. My number 8, however, is not that, because that was my number 9, if you're paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
But my number 8 is, and this might actually anger some people on the IWC, because I'm a little bit lower on this than others, Shota Umino and Yuya Uemura versus Taichi and Tomohiro Ishii in a 30-minute Korakuen Hall main event tag team match. I mean, the tag team division is fully back in New Japan, and this match is probably the best example showing it as of late, especially in January. I do think it didn't need to be necessarily 30 minutes, and a good bit of the start, to me, kind of, I wasn't really invested. But at a certain point here, the match becomes engrossing. You can't take your eyes off of it. I gave it a 4 1/4, but like cemented a full-on 4 1/4 for sure. No doubt. This is a match you got to check out.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match quite a lot. I have it a bit higher, but we'll get there when we get there. Kang, you having this at 8, you should feel bad for yourself, and you should leave your family should leave you.
Damn.
You will never see your family again. It's
I'm
only
watching
2
this
spots ahead
match.
of here. What am I talking about? Anyways,
Number
number 8 spot. Number 8 spot. Brandon, what do you got?
As Brandon here, my number 8 spot has to go to this match on Wednesday, January 21st. Guess what day of the week that is? Wednesday. Guess what show's on that day? Dynamite. And guess who had a street fight 6-man tag? Hechicero, Lance Archer, Rocky Romero versus the fucking Death Riders. They went crazy. This was just a really fun 6-man TV tag match. Death Riders are sick, and anytime they get anything involved, Marina Shafir.
There you go. We was not helping you. I thought you were talking about Mina for a
Even
second.
though she's kind of stuck in the weird gimmick hell. Anytime she's in like this other kind of match right now, like I don't know. I think she beat the shit out of Lance Archer, and it was awesome.
Yeah, Marina Shafir is awesome.
Hechicero's awesome.
A lot of these people are awesome.
Rocky Romero,
Rocky Romero is awesome, but not for the
as a
reasons
guy.
that. Yeah, he's just kind of a sick dude.
Yeah, he
Friend
got
of the
the
show,
connects.
Rocky Romero.
He's helping de-escalate one war at a time, honestly.
They got him to Ukraine.
Well, I don't know about all that, but in terms of wrestling, he knows how to disarm those bombs.
Yes, sir. They
Unlike
need him
the
on
Grizzlies
Royal
owner.
Rumble.
Unlike
Stephen Curry.
But yeah,
Unlike a lot of people who are famous for some reason.
fun 6-man tag matches are awesome, and I hate having to have tag in and tag outs these days. Like you don't even need to do it if you're just gonna be doing
Lucha,
it, 6-man tag.
Lucha.
Shout out to we're watching Lucha Underground right now. Shout out to Mr. Cisco.
Shout out to Bale.
This is a temple.
Shout out to Cortez Castro. This is a temple.
Well, we're at number 7 now. And King, do you want to tell the people what your number 7 really is? Because I'm interested.
My number 7 is really the icon of Joshi Pro Wrestling, Mayu Iwatani, taking on Takumi Iroha on January 3rd for the GHC Women's Championship, and of course becoming the first ever woman to hold IWGP and GHC Gold. An absolute banger match. There's problems with the length. There's problems with a little bit of disjointedness at points. But all in all, a match you gotta check out for its brutalness from Iroha and its selling from Mayu Iwatani.
Yeah, and I agree with you wholeheartedly because, Kang, this is also my number 7 pick for the matches of January. Yep, rated in 84. And yeah, just a great main event level Joshi competition. Roha and Mayu are 2 of my favorites, so the floor of this match could only be so low. But it did hit that floor, but that's still an 84 for me. Like, it's still a really good match. It did have its flaws that were, obvious. There was some offbeat moments, and they could have shaved off a little bit, but just generally speaking, whenever, like, you have a wrestler like Iroha who's so physical and just dangerous, just a sharp wrestler, and facing off against Mayu who can sell a struggle and just sheer exhaustion more than anybody, like, the dynamics of the match really help work that in his favor.
Well, you're getting 7 out of the way quick. What do you got for 7, Brandon?
7. Predecessor to 6.
That's not what that word means. 7 does not precede 6.
I don't know, come on.
AEW. Wednesday again.
7-6?
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy the 14th of January. We saw, unfortunately, we had to talk about earlier what happened post this, but the number 1 contenders match for the tag team titles where Jake Doyle and Mark Davis just went crazy against a ton of teams, and I was ready to run through a brick wall for them. I'm a huge Mike Bailey fan. I didn't even want him to win.
Because Davis and Doyle is taking over the world.
They were going crazy. They were doing moves and flexing at each other and doing more moves and throwing people and
hitting each other and
needs. It was awesome. We had it all.
Yeah. It was a great stylistic clash. We've been needing a great big man tag team in wrestling in general.
Yeah, and like
especially in AEW.
In terms of like
give me men.
In terms of like big guy wrestlers, like generally speaking, like the floor of them can be the, you know, slow plodding bullshit, but when it comes to really good, really big guys, they are the kind of wrestlers that make you want to run through a wall, and that's the kind of guys that those are.
I don't know why the big muscular era of wrestling, they didn't have why couldn't they find the big muscular wrestlers who would be awesome like that? I guess the ones they had came through, like Batista.
He transcended wrestling.
He kind of did. There was like, because they would have like a guy who's like a big muscular guy, and he'll be the top guy, and then everyone was like, they'll only sign big muscular guys, and they would always never be as good as the predecessors.
Yeah, and then Denis Villeneuve calls you up, and then is just like, hey, you're gonna die in the first 20 minutes.
No.
Spoilers for
Dune.
A certain movie. Yeah, spoilers for Dune Part 4.
I know the future, and the future is evil.
We know. That's what the whole segment was earlier.
I can tell you, the future is still evil. We'll talk about it.
Well, number 6. I'll just get mine out of the way here real quick, because I did mention it a bit earlier. It was the Shota Umino and Yuya Uemura versus Taichi and Tomohiro Ishii tag match that Kang discussed earlier. This match was a banger to me. I gave it 85 out of 100. Got it number 6 in the top 10 slot for January. Standout match for Shooter. Ishii taking on 2 Men at Once. Just pure bombast in there. Just amazing. Settle down. But it does, like, there were flaws with it. I'm not saying it's a perfect match by any means. It does kind of fall flat for me with the sort of reliance of the structure, and it felt like they, you know, oh, we have to do the, you know, power up spot here or whatever. Like, it felt like they were kind of ham-fisting certain sections. But all in all, I still found the highs of this match to be that of like some of the best this month, and I thought it was a really excellent match. Real quick here before we get to your number 6, King. Those Shooter stocks you bought after Wrestle Kingdom 19 seem to be trending in the green, don't they?
They sure do. Because we were of the selection of people that actually really enjoyed the match against Zack Sabre Jr. and understood what it meant for the career and the story of Shota Umino. Now, we do need him to continue along this path and eventually, potentially, turn heel or turn, at the very least, tweener to a full level. We're not out of the clear yet, but I would say my stocks, if I could sell them right now, and I'd make a profit.
Yeah, well, what is your number 6 for January 2026?
My number 6, now we can get into the meat of what we've been dancing around, because my number 6 is AJ Styles versus Gunther at the Royal Rumble, January 31st, 2026. They buzzer beated a top 10 match of the year.
They did.
For me. Or, well, so far, of the month at least.
Yeah.
Another match that I gave a 4.25, but it was fairly close to a 4.5 star match. I assume that this match also is going to be on other people's lists. I don't know where, if you guys have it around 6 or 5. I want to talk about it as well, or just want to talk about it now that we've gotten around to it, as I'm the first one, because we haven't spoken about this match in detail.
Well, in terms of this match, it is number 5 for me, so I'm obliged to want to chip in my statements now. Brandon, are you cool with that? Where do you got that match? Hello?
Give me my time.
You want your time? Oh, you want your time. Buddy, tell us what you thought about this match.
I have it at a different part.
Yeah, give him his time later, is what he means.
Yeah.
Oh, I misread that completely. Well, Kang, do you want to talk about this match?
Well, yeah, I think AJ uses a very similar game plan to the last time he faced him. He knew that Gunther was susceptible to this leg working and has tapped out to it, so he went for it again. But this time, the man who tapped out to the calf killer understood, hey, this shit's dangerous and I could lose to it. So he was hyper aware at all times of the game plan that AJ Styles had. And of course, he still fell victim to it at points, but it felt like just his awareness is what led to him dominating most of this match and remaining the career killer. And the finishing stretch, I guess we can debate on whether who had the better one, because it's a mirror almost of the John Cena finish, in which he gets his hooks in on that sleeper, and eventually, after a certain amount of time, after quite a long struggle, he gets the win. Except for this time, AJ passes out and winds up waking up, not even knowing that he lost. Versus
Yeah.
Cena, of course, admitting defeat in the end and tapping out.
I thought that was a nice plot point with AJ waking up to being retired. I thought like that in the match was like a really nice little plot point to use in there. And like it helped heighten like the match's just feeling of devastation. Like I know it like repeated the John Cena match ending, but it just felt so visceral in this specific match. It was like the last leg of this was hope, denial the hope, hope, denial the hope, and then it was just a definitive loss. Like once the loss became definitive, all hope was lost in that moment. AJ has to retire.
It really
now.
works.
Yeah,
because he's not ready to retire.
Yeah,
that's why he passed. That's why he woke up wondering what the hell happened, because Cena was ready to give up. He was retiring that night no matter what. He was ready to call. He gave up not to Gunther, to his career, right? While AJ nowhere near was ready. This is the actual one time that Gunther, out of the three we have now, has actually retired.
He killed a career, yeah. It was a career-threatening match.
Yeah.
So I really, really, really liked the finish, and I really, really, really liked the opening. I think the last half of this match is great. Some of the best WWE will do this year. I thought the opening was really great and hot. I think about 20 to through to 50% of the way through the match, the announce table spot and a bit of that kind of lost me. Didn't really grip me as much. Therefore, it's not like close to a 5-star match for me. But it very well, for a large selection of the match, this match was at 5-star pace.
Yeah, I definitely think it was like a high-end WWE match this year, and props to them. But like with it did lose me a bit there, not like during the table spot, but like closer to like where the low blow spot happened, and like more or less like the only crutches that I have with this match
from the table spot to that.
Yeah, like the only crutches I have with this match is just around there, and also like some of the bit of the reliance of like getting some dialogue in there from the ref, though it made more sense here in this match for that to like get more sympathy for AJ than like the overusage of dialogue in like the match afterwards with Drew and Sammy, because that felt more ham-fisted and repetitive there. Meanwhile, this one like actually added to like the sympathy for AJ.
Glad you way to check this one out for sure, and Brandon will give his thoughts on it a little
I'll
bit
just
later.
say it now.
No, we'll let you. I want to hear your thoughts unabated. Okay, then go ahead.
It was really cool that his forearm was bleeding, because I thought he was going to a bloody, phenomenal forearm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
off the table spot.
Yeah, I forget what even caused that to happen to his arm, because like when watching
it was really quick in the match.
He grazed it on the announce table.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was like whenever he took like the like the bump on the pole with like the LED lights or something, like something got him there. I didn't even know like that specific spot. But yeah, like the arm like looked like cut up nastily, like, and it ended up
pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it ended up making like it ended up adding to the match a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, But I gave
Just
that
because
an
he's a
86.
forearm man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But I'll say more
before-
about it later.
Yeah. So what was that? Number 6 for you, Kang, or was that that was number 5 for me?
Yeah,
That
it's
was
number
number
6.
All right. And Brandon,
Brandon, what's your 6? Yeah. Watch your
Your
6.
Watch your 6. Okay. My number 6. Let me pull out my dicks. Got him. You know, it was a fun match. Didn't really go anywhere after. I guess it's going somewhere now.
What's that?
Another AEW match, because that's most of what I watched this month, is MJF versus Bandito. Because I love Bandito, and I knew he wasn't going to win, but Bandito, he's on this meteoric rise. He'll get to the world title someday, and I am a sucker sometimes for some shtick, and MJF's pretty good at shtick.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole story of the match as well, is, MJF not thinking that he's at that level, and
Bandito's so much
eventually
hard.
everybody realizing that Bandito will be AEW World Champion. It didn't happen
He'll be
that
like
night,
a
but
first-
it will happen.
He's definitely going to be maybe the first, and I don't know if only is right to say, but because who knows? I don't think AEW is going to die anytime soon, but I can't think of another luchador who's going to win the world championship there right now.
I can.
Maybe one day
And before
Dorada.
Bandito, the
Dorada?
debut man himself, Andrade.
Oh!
exactly.
No, I don't really see Andrade being a world champion,
I
but
was about to say, Mystico.
Let me
you
have
never know.
hope.
Maybe he gets massively over off of this.
Let me
I
have
mean, that
hope.
match against, well, I'll save it in case you mention it.
Oh, well,
There
that's
was
our
a
number.
match he had very recently that was really good.
Yeah. Well, those were our number 6s. I talked about Gunther and Styles a bit at my number 5. Kang, can you give me your number 5 match of January?
All right. Well, my number 5 has already been talked about a lot earlier because I am extremely high on this match and extremely high on this wrestler. And that, of course, is
High.
Evil
Yeah!
versus Aaron Wolf from January 4th at the Tokyo Dome. I told you in the future everything will still be evil because I had him coming up. I thought this match, for what you wanted the match to be, to get over Aaron Wolf as a not just future superstar, but honestly a top draw already, kind of, to come in with his name. I thought it was such a great way of getting Aaron Wolf over, like almost a perfect job in booking, and a really, really entertaining match that had, you talk about Davis and Doyle, you want to run through a fucking brick wall watching them. Well, when I watch Aaron Wolf, hair grows on my chest and I want to rip it out, throw it at the brick wall, and chase after it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have it on my list, but it definitely was like a standout match for both the significance of the debut and the title change, but also involving Evil doing the job and putting over young talent, because goddamn, he did it. And,
on his way out.
on his way out, he put over a young
It's
guy.
a 4.25 from me.
Yeah.
Still.
I mean,
everybody always says this, but Evil's a mensch.
He is a mensch.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'll give New Japan credit. I wasn't seeing like the vision at first for like what was gonna happen there because of just like the floor that it could have happened there, but also the ceiling could have been there as well, and it hit that ceiling. So props to New Japan for seeing that vision that I didn't see, and I'm happy I was wrong. But Kang had number 5. I had number 5. Brandon, what is your number 5?
My number 5 today for the best matches of the year so far. Basically, we should call it that. That's much more interesting. Top 10 matches of the year so far.
So far.
Mystico
So far.
versus El Barbaro Cave Mario.
That is a crazy butchering, and on purpose too.
Try it again.
That match is he got it. It's El Barbaro Cavernario. If you want like a crazy
Cabernario.
way, but Cavernario.
Yeah,
That
the
match
R and
is really good.
that match. I've never seen this guy before, but he was the most interesting wrestler in the world to me. Like, fuck yeah, try to be a caveman in 2026. This is awesome. I didn't even know people still know about cavemen. Nobody talks about them anymore.
You thought people forgot about cavemen?
You know, Flintstones isn't as popular as it once was. Like, cavemen
What
used
about
to
the
be on
vitamins?
everyone's TV every night.
Yeah, but
And the
Scooby Doo isn't
Geico
as
ones.
popular. But fucking, there's plenty of stoners out there.
They still
Yeah,
sell
but I'm
Fruity
telling
Pebbles.
you, if you show a kid right now, if you're like, what could be frozen in ice and resurfaced from beneath the sea? They wouldn't answer
I don't
cavemen.
think you want my
They'd be
answer
like,
in this current climate.
they've been like, skibbity toilet.
They
But
might
yeah, this
say
guy's
Skibbity
awesome, and
Toilet.
he's on my radar now. And yeah, Mystico's the king.
Yeah, I think it's a
Sell
great
out
match
every
in
week.
terms of working the crowd, right? Like Mystico
Yeah,
is
that's the crowd is
so
like
over.
is so important. And the other guy was like, he's just so interesting that like everyone
Yeah.
reacted to everything he did too. Like it wasn't just he was
Yeah,
kind
both
of like
people were over in this match.
he was
I
kind of
mean,
showing Mystico up sometimes.
yeah, I mean, if anybody's able to do that against like Mystico of all people, like, dude, you got the sauce. I'll
You
give it
need
to
a
you.
caveman. I wish it's so fucking cold in Toronto too. Still, it's still the coldest place in the world. I feel like I can find a caveman under my apartment. Eh, it's frozen.
Yeah, and he's so hot right now that he's gonna start melting soon.
Yes, sir. I keep
Yeah.
thinking. You remember that episode of Billy and Mandy?
With Encino Man?
Yeah, but it's a fucking caveman. It's fucking Fred Flintstone. It's literally him.
It is literally Fred Flintstone. They got the rights and everything.
how they managed to do that?
Who is wrestling's Fred Flintstone? Say
I
that for
talked
next
to
week.
Hannah.
Next week,
Who is
guys, we're going to
wrestling's Fred
discuss who
Flintstone?
is wrestling's Fred Flintstone.
Top 5 coldest wrestlers. Fred Flintstone.
Who is wrestling's Fred Flintstone, and who is the futures of wrestling's George Jetson?
Oh wow, Cal Fletcher. He's like
I know who
he's like
Elroy
Elroy.
is. Kyle Fletcher's
But as we go into the future now, we head to our number 4 slots, and I'll go with mine first. From Stardom New Year's Stars 2026 and Corkin. Day 2, we have Hazuki facing off against Mei Seira. I ranked this an 88 out of 100, and good lord, this match was killer. Just high action, fast paced. If you want a balls off the wall Joshi match from January, go seek this one out.
Yeah, I would agree wholeheartedly. It's also my number 4, a 4.5 star match. My first 4.5 star match or higher of the month. A clear step up. This match was intense throughout, and I mean, Hazuki, man. Hazuki is a baller. I knew Mei Seira. I knew they were both ballers. I knew Seira Mei was, high speed, amazing fluid action wrestler. But each time, I see Hazuki as more of a tag team wrestler a lot of the time. So seeing her really go all out in singles action is fantastic. Especially she had the match with Fuwa-chan earlier this month as well.
Yeah.
She's been going balls to the wall in singles action.
Yeah, big time. They're both raising their stocks heavy, like especially with this match early on in this calendar year. And just a killer match all around. Brandon, what is your number 4 pick for matches of January?
Well, you guys told me to speak on this later. And I said I'll speak on this later.
Oh.
Flashback, guys. Now somebody pretend you're me.
Hello, I'm Brandon. I'm making a number 4 pick.
And say, what was I talking about? Do my voice.
What was I talking about?
I feel like he doesn't know what he was talking about anymore, and he's trying to get somebody else to do it for us.
So it's the most dead-on Brandon
AJ
impression.
Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Or
You know
from
what?
Saturday night's main event.
Sometimes you gotta be like, hey guys, remember 2016? That's what everyone's saying right now. And I was like, yeah, I remember when this guy Nakamura, when he was coming to WWE, and I found him out I didn't really see much of his stuff before that. I kind of started watching New Japan for the first time right after he left, because I guess that's what got me in when I went in depth with it for the first time. And I was so hyped to see him. And yeah, he comes to NXT. It's the best match ever with my favorite wrestler. And then he's like shit for like 5 years. But then he just woke up suddenly for AJ's retirement tour. Let's go. Strong style rules.
They got to have a match that they would want to have, right? And I got my problems with it. It doesn't necessarily hit the heights that it could have hit.
No.
And I think that
yeah.
Didn't need to be as long as it was for the two wrestlers that they are at this point in their careers. But if you love these two wrestlers, if you grew up or if you were a fan of these two wrestlers during their short stay together, New Japan together, or NXT, WWE, Nakamura, and WWE, AJ Styles, if you've seen their trilogy in 2018, seen their Tokyo Dome match, like, you definitely got to go and seek it out. It's the best match they've had in WWE by a fairly considerable margin.
Yeah, I wonder why it wasn't. It's kind of upsetting that when they were in like a top of the card, they were shitting. But
yeah, it's a shame. Like, you got to feel bad for some of the people who spent money to go to WrestleMania 34 to see that live. I mean, you got to feel for them.
Yeah, so real bad. I wonder that could be.
Yeah, I wonder.
Probably green shirt guy.
You right.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed that match.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Nostalgia Bay works on me sometimes if I really like the wrestlers.
Well, now we're at the top 3 here. And boys, I wonder how similar this is going to be, because my number 3 selection is from early on in the year, the earliest match I have on this list, from NJPW Tokyo Joshi Pro 26. I ranked 91 out of 100. Miyu Watanabe and Suzume. Great power versus speed battle. And a lot of people were giving this the early match of the year contender nod real early before the pre-show for Wrestle Kingdom even went online. And Miyu just being an absolute force, and Suzume trying to buzz her way around the ring to try to outpace her. Fellas, just go watch some Tokyo Joshi Pro. You'll have a great old time, especially with a match like this.
Yeah, if you want a story-based wrestling match that also definitely is presented in a sports style, and you have, it's not one of the big matches from New Japan that you've heard of, or AEW or WWE or whatever, and you want to see that match, you want to see a really great story, Miyu Watanabe and Suzume is one of the best matches that you'll see, at least from January. It's my number 3 as well, a 4.5-star match. It was great. We talked about it in length because it was so great a few weeks ago. And yeah, it's built around a very simple but very effective story that really is enthralling. I suggest you go check it out.
Yeah, well, Brandon, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is my last Fed match.
Oh.
And it happened yesterday.
There's a match? Okay, but I forgot. We talked about it. I was like, no way there's another match better than AJ versus Shinsuke.
The Women's Royal Rumble. No. My favorite match from that, Gunther versus AJ Styles. I've been saying a bit around, I've been watching a lot of 2008 TNA, so this AJ run actually has been hitting me different. Seeing it live right in the middle of that and being like, holy shit, he's actually like, he was somehow he's like the third best wrestler in that company probably overall right now, and he's like a fraction of what he was. It's insane.
Yeah, he's I mean, he's almost timeless despite
Yeah,
losing so much
and
of his
like
athleticism.
everyone loves the man. He's giant now too, and when he took those gloves off, you guys spoke a lot about the match. When he took those gloves off, and everyone was like, "No, no!"
And
And
then
then
he
when
put
he
them
put them on,
motherfuckers back
that
on.
is tough.
And
Nobody
then he,
operates like that
and then he
anymore.
left the ring.
Take the gloves off, put them on.
And then he came back. And he threw up the fucking hand signals.
Then he came back to the ring. Everyone needs it. Cena should have done some shit like that, man. Come on.
Yeah, and he should have decked Elias.
Cena should have said, "Get out of here, man. I don't even know you."
I didn't invite you. But yeah, that's our number 3 spots. And we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We got our last 2 selections. And
I think mine and Sevi's final 4 is going to be the exact same.
it might be.
Matt Cardona?
You wish.
Versus Kid Wilson.
I'm gonna ask Brandon first because Brandon hasn't gone first. Give
me Gengar.
I don't know about all that. What is your number 2 selection for?
This is a toughie.
I feel like our final 2, all 3 are all
we're all
gonna
have the final 2. Yeah. It's my number 2 goes to Yota Tsuji versus Takeshita, obviously.
Yeah, mine is the same.
Mine as well. I rated it a 93. Brandon, I didn't even ask. What are you rating your matches? Or is it just?
I don't know. I didn't rate any of them. What if they all just
start
now on the last one?
Well, what if they
just matches that are notable enough for me to like?
What if these just all have the Brandon stamp of approval on them?
That's the 3 rating systems. Out of 100, 5 stars, or a Brandon thumbs up.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah,
I have a big hangnail on my thumb right now too, so pray for my thumbs up, man. It's hard.
Adam Page is not in the top 10 list this month, okay, Brandon? I don't know what you're talking about.
Hangnail, Adam Page.
But yeah, Takeshita and Tsuji from Wrestle Kingdom. Like I know which match is coming next, but we gotta hold off for just a second here because this match was just as pivotal for the night as the last match is. Maybe not as much. That's maybe a bit too
even more for the future.
But definitely for the
New
future
Japan.
And what it means there. Because Tsuji showed up. He showed up and kicked ass against insurmountable odds against a behemoth competitor in Konosuke Takeshita. Not in terms of maybe size, but in terms of just like sheer ability and just being
he met him at the rim.
Yeah,
that's my favorite part of it.
Yeah,
it wasn't that he beat him through some underhanded tactic or anything, or he said, "I'm gonna face you how you want me to face you, and I'm gonna still beat you, and I'm gonna tap you out with a young boy move."
Yeah,
I think
the Boston Crab at the end was just like it was just a manifestation of like of a young lion's dream is to just go up there and to be able to envision yourself winning the title at Wrestle Kingdom, and he beat him with a young boy move, like we probably like I said last time.
Which Takeshita never was. He doesn't represent New Japan. Yota Tsuji represents New Japan into the future, the Gene Blast generation.
The layers to this match were awesome. Brandon, what are your thoughts on this
match?
They
had the cool. I can't believe that blue thunder bomb from the top rope.
Oh dude.
God, that's probably the best. That's the spot of the month, right?
Gotta be. Well, let's get to our number 1 spot here for January. And boys, we all know it's Okada and Tanahashi. Like, come on, it's we watched this match live.
JDC and Eddie Edwards.
Oh wow.
Yeah, mine's Mara Shade versus Ryan Nemeth at TNA Genesis.
Oh man,
TNA's on a roll right now, guys.
I completely whiffed on that.
In case you've been living under a rock, TNA's on fire right now.
Yeah,
We know what number one is.
Yeah, Okada and Tanahashi. Like we talked about this match before. There's only so many more words that can be said about it, but the words that are said about this match will be said for years to come because, good lord, what a match! What just like a well calculated retirement run and retirement match for the Ace. And yeah, I rated it a 97, best match of January, plain cut and simple.
Yeah, a 5-star match. In my eyes, you can't get a better match, a more gripping, compelling match that you can't take your eyes off the entire time because you know the man's career is going to be out just like that. And as well as that, they worked in a very nuanced and very, very well told story that delivered at an extreme level. It made Tanahashi has made Okada a star like 3 separate times, and he did it yet again, I feel like, in his retirement match.
Somehow, like, honestly, with like the story of this match, like, it was two men like walking back the clock in their own ways, but through different parameters, through different mindsets, through good and evil, because one was forced into it because of how much he was being an asshole throughout the match and him forgetting where he came from, and then the other was setting the clock back to survive more longer in the match, to have his career be lengthened by if only minutes. Like, just what a match.
And it really, for example, because there's some fairly high profile retirement matches of this past month or 2 months now, to what separates this, I feel like they capitalized on the spots of this is the last moment. He's fighting through everything. They took their time, they slowed down, and they showed you what spots they wanted to show you that really mattered to get a huge pop. They worked it and they milked it, I think, better than Styles and Gunther, and better than Cena and Gunther. But honestly, Cena and Gunther milk it almost all the way that they possibly can as well. It is the matches I really like Cena and Gunther as well. But I think this one never had a moment in which I could take my eyes off the screen. It also was in the Tokyo Dome full of 50,000 screaming fans. You combine all of Gunther's retirement matches that he's had, their attendance, you still don't equal Tanahashi's retirement. You know what I mean? It's kind of it felt humongous. And it was the biggest match of the year so far. And you never know, it might wind up being removing that so far label to it.
Yeah, because remember last year we had Gabe Kidd and Omega up there as our number one from Wrestle Kingdom that year, and it just stayed there the entire time. But as we go on forward, will we see that match go down a bit from number one to maybe something lower? But in the meantime,
I can tell you, I think it will. I hope it will.
Yeah, because how much lower can you get than one? I can't rank a match 0. That makes no sense. But there's one more question that I must ask. If AJ Styles is legitimately leaving WWE and he becomes elite, who should he meet? And you are not allowed to say any last name that starts with an O. No Okada, no Ospreay, no Omega, no easy answers. Fellas, who's he facing?
I got a quick and easy answer, because it's kind of how I see it, is that the best wrestler, in my eyes, from TNA in the past 5+ years, the man who brought back the X Division, deserves a chance against the face that ran the place for such a long time in TNA. And they both, if he goes to AEW, will work for AEW. And the match that I want to see is AJ Styles versus Speedball Mike Bailey.
Ooh, I like that. I like that pick a lot. Yeah, I could, if that's announced wherever, whenever, I am sitting my ass down and watching.
I'm seated.
And that's most likely a TV match, too. It's not even a pay-per-view match they're going to do. So there's a lot for AJ to do in a few months if he winds up going over there.
The speed run. Speed run Mike AJ.
Speed run Mike AJ.
Exactly.
That's their tag team.
What do you think, Brandon? What do you want? Who do you want to see?
I don't know. I'm trying to think it. I couldn't even. Like, I know we had it in mind, but it's like there's so many people in AEW. It's insane.
You can take a
And
stab
so
in the
many
dark
people
and
he
like,
has history with.
you
He's got
can,
so many people
what?
he doesn't have
He's
history
gonna like
with.
face off against like Don Callis' family at some point.
I want him to see him. I want to see this guy, AJ Styles, versus Mansoor. No. Now I want to see him versus Pac. That'd be crazy.
Oh, that
Yo.
would be crazy.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think they ever got the chance.
I don't. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't
I don't
believe
think so.
so either. It's not
That's like a dream
impossible.
match.
That's not impossible to have happened, but it's certainly like there would have had to been some like
Improbable.
timelines to match up. It's like very smaller points for that to happen. But
Yeah,
like,
either that or
but
I'd like to see
even then,
him.
like, dude, like that
They
I'd
have
love to see that
wrestled
match. Okay.
twice, both in 2006 for One Pro Wrestling and PWG. Very, very
Oh,
different
Yeah.
stages of their
So it's
career.
just 20 years later.
20 years later. Well, honestly, I don't because with how big AJ is now, he's sort of like, you know, just older kind of slimmer version of Pac in a way.
Yeah, honestly, they're doing the same kind of thing right now.
Yeah, but
Their bodies, at least.
I mean, it's weird because like if you're AJ, like older AJ going into AEW and you need that like shot of adrenaline for your run, not naming Osprey, not naming Okada, not naming Omega. Honestly, man, show up on Dynamite, give anybody Darby Allin, I will be seated, and AJ is one of them. Dude,
Yeah.
just the I can envision the Ushigoroshi in my head, and it is nasty. That match would bring back the X Division, and AEW didn't exist when the X Division was made.
No, or when it was good.
Or that too. But no, like it feels like a cop-out answer at this point to name Darby, but honestly, like that's a legitimate match that I would be seated for if AJ shows up.
Can I give you the secret sauce answer?
Yeah, what
That is kind of the Darby answer, but slightly different. Is I want to see AJ Styles have a match like Pac with Orange Cassidy,
Oh, okay.
where he plays the Pac role. I
yeah.
think. Look, he can't say the things that he might have said 20 years ago to Orange Cassidy, but I think the sentiment will be there.
Well, I don't want to ask him what dude, imagine him going into that locker room. That's going to be insane.
Yeah, that's why you can only do it for a few months. I don't expect him being there for years if he does sign.
He's just going to be like, "Oh, I don't want to catch it." But yeah, what a January it's been. Been one of the Januaries of all time. And hopefully, this upcoming February, we have some more matches to rank on here. But for right now, I'd like to say thank you all for listening in. This is going to be a long episode, so thank you all for coming along with us. And I had a good time today. Next week, Brandon, you planning on making egg salad?
I'm planning on reading the Bible, which I hope you all do next week.